Keeping you in sight. Who sings this one? No, Chicago, right? Or is it Ario? It's Ario Speedway.
This is Ario.
This is Ario.
Yeah, now that
Ario. Yep.
I know.
I can't fight this feeling anymore. It's Ario Speedway. What is it? We have the weirdest names for bands. Like, do we even know what REO stands for? What does REO and REO Speedwagon stand for? I'll pour a virtual drink on the house for the first person to let me know.
This song was in the very first episode of The Goldbergs now, where his dad gives him the REO Speedwagon tape. It's this song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on, old school? How are you, Michelle? Julie coming in from the Big Apple. Doreen, hello. What's going on? So yeah, REO and REO Speedway. And Katie, how are you? Coming in from Illinois. What does REO stand for? Does it stand for anything?
I never thought to ask.
I mean, what is a Speedwagon?
That's another great question.
I mean, even the names that weren't weird were spelled weird, like Led Zeppelin, LED, Zeppelin spelled wrong. The idea of a Led Zeppelin itself, I guess I never thought about.
Of course, my generation is more like In Excess.
What up, dude? How are you, Bill? I saw In Excess in concert. I was part of the Kick Tour. Greg the Knucklehead, welcome to the party. Ransom Eli Olds, is that true? That can't be true. That's very nonsensical, so it might be true. Salute from Brazil. REO Motor Company, I like that, makes a little more sense. REO Speedwagon is a light delivery truck, an ancestor of pickup trucks designed by the Ransom Eli Olds, founder of the REO Motor Car Company. All right, I take it back. You were correct. I never would have known that. Belly up to the bar. I owe you a virtual drink. That is about as random as it gets.
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What, is it strong? Well, you don't think it's strong. Yeah, he's always like, there's no liquor in it. Very annoying.
I felt that way on my last one.
I'll tell you.
This guy's going to knock me on the ass.
Crowdsourcing for the... Hey, Wirehead, what's going on, brother? Saw somebody said they're from Illinois. I just got an approval for press passes to C2E2 in Chicago, but it's next weekend, and I'm already going to... where am I going this weekend?
Greenville,
South Carolina.
To the butt, the peach butt.
Yep. So I'm already going to South Carolina Comic-Con this weekend, so
House of Cards.
just too much to go 2 weekends in a row, so I'm going to miss that one. Good to see you, Wirehead. We're back. Keep chatting among yourselves. Yeah.
Funniest thing about that show is that we're supposed to believe that got elected from Greenville, South Carolina. You're right. I'm thinking, yeah. You're right. It's on the way.
They drove there for some reason or other.
AMF, please, been that kind of day. I'm sorry to hear that. Do I want $100? Sure, bingo, I'll take $100. I always hated that was the way Styx spelled their name. Everybody did it differently. The idea was to try to get some attention, I guess. Led Zeppelin spelled it wrong. REO Speedwagon, we just proved, was fairly nonsensical. There were a bunch that did it that way. What's going on, JTR? Chad coming in from the Emerald Isle. When you come to Tarpon, we can enjoy some LITs. That sounds great. Pamela, hello, how are you?
I'm going to have to take out this.
No, take it back.
I got to get home.
When you get home, now remember it. I said, if you get home, you might not remember it. If you get home.
So expect a lot of lives next week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What's going on, Alaska? How are you, Alaska Caribou? Deliberate misspellings were for copyright. I did not know that. They did a lot of it. That makes sense. Would I consider Green Day to be an 80s band? What do you guys think?
What?
Green Day, 80s band?
No.
Oh, 90s. Dude, I
They
remember-
did start in the late 80s.
It's like Nirvana.
However, I remember my middle school, my 7th grade dance right after Dookie came out. Like that was like everybody was dressed up like the Green Day.
Yeah, I'll give it to the 90s.
entire night.
It was my 20s. I mean, yes, they might have started in the 80s, but they really hit their stride in the 90s, at least in my
Dookie, no.
honorable
No,
opinion.
middle school.
I think
I'm
yeah,
telling
middle
you.
school, 95.
Looks like that's what everybody decides.
Maybe we're the same age.
I know.
How about
Well, that would've been like
Beastie
middle
Boys?
school,
Beastie
right?
Boys is 80s.
Beastie Boys is transgressional. They went across
But yeah,
decades.
but then I had the
But they started in the 80s.
Yeah, I'll
100%.
give that to the
I
80s.
had
Paul's Boutique was
yeah,
definitely
one of their
80s.
CDs in the 90s there that had now I can't remember what the hell it was on it, but the one where they're in like this.
Warrior says I just got a. That's nice, Warrior.
Dookie was 94.
Beatles are. Oh, Beasties are absolutely 80s. Wirehead, I thought you said the Beatles. I'm like, I don't know about
I'm
that.
thinking we're older than we are.
Yeah, no, we're old.
That was
Pamela asks how work's going. Really quiet today, but now I'm busy.
That's why we're here.
How are you, boss? Thank you, Jay. I got you.
to this day.
Yeah, Licensed to Ill. That's the penultimate Beastie Boys for me. That's the album, and that was 86, 87.
I saw on the way to preschool wanting to listen to basketball. It's like, thank God he didn't know what any of it meant.
Today's a music day. We're doing music today.
We're doing music today. I don't know. We're doing
talking
whatever
music?
they want to talk about. Whatever you all want to talk about. You know the rules.
Welcome.
You set it up. I'll knock them down.
You've got mail.
I miss AOL.
I do too. Those chat rooms, man.
So you know what I miss? I miss two things. I miss AOL. The chat room. There was a chat room for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't matter what kind of perversion. It didn't matter what perversion or what nerddom you came from. I will tell you, I was the biggest dork.
Hey, that was where I discovered a lot of shit when I was 13.
So they had these things called Sims. You out here, brother? So AOL had chat rooms that were basically called Star Trek simulations. And you would go in with your character. No, I was as dorky as it gets. While y'all were going and hooking up ASL in the chat rooms, I was playing Star Trek. You go in with a character. Mine was Lieutenant Oracle. And you're assigned a position. Lieutenant Oracle is the character I come up with. He was half Beta Z, half Vulcan. I had the backstory completely planned out, cold. And then you go through, basically there's sim leaders that'll run you through the story and you guys play out the simulation. Dude, when I tell you I was a nerd of the highest order.
I might have been playing D&D in person, but at least I was like having cyber sex. Like, dude. That is too funny. That is too funny. That was what he was doing on AOL.
Yeah, I mean, it was all about the chat room, you know? It was funny, though, because I remember that when you first signed on, the first original disc, it showed you the different categories stuff you can go into.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, never went into any of that. It was just open messenger and right into the different chat rooms.
Like we had before that, a year or two, this thing called Prodigy. I don't even know if anybody even remembers that. It's like a free AOL.
Yeah.
I would spend 2 hours busy signal, but finally get through to play this stupid game called Anchor. And I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Like, do you remember when we could first download music onto CD?
Oh, yeah. You burn it.
Without buying it?
Yeah.
It was like, it might have taken you 14 hours. You might have gone through 16 freaking CDs that you bought because you can't fix it. Like, if somebody ever disconnects, like, you have to start all over again. But damn, you didn't have to buy the CD.
No. The first burn CDs were great. They did take forever, though.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I was thinking it's like this or another, like, you got cut off for any reason, that was it.
Oh, yeah. You knew you were about to get the boot, though, because, like, the phone would ring, and then you'd see your time would go from, like, 6 hours to 147 years.
Yes. terrible how we keep picking up, like we're so excited to get this damn CD. That seems crazy now. I had one of those visors CD holders like in my first truck.
Oh yeah.
I was 16 and the thing was so packed, so heavy. Like I had like 19 CDs like
And 100 burnt CDs.
I could have taken my truck around like a sharp, like left turn or whatever. My passenger had the window down. They all go just like flying down across the road. So rather like running between traffic trying to get my CDs back. I had some toothpaste on them to try to save them.
Yeah. Gotta fill in the scratches.
Yeah.
You talk about your hidden gems yet?
Talk about my what a who?
Your hidden gems?
What hidden gems?
Like chasing Amy?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to hold that for 3V mirror because I
Ooh.
definitely want to use some of that.
We should.
But it is Valentine's Day, so
Empire Records.
one of my
You've never seen
favorite.
Empire Records?
I don't know if you've all
Never
seen
seen
it.
Empire
I've never seen Empire Records.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll have to see Empire Records. Flaming Dr. Pepper, dude, you got it. Who's seen the 1986 horror movie
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day? One of my favorite, like no name. You go to Blockbuster to pick up one thing, and you leave with another. April Fool's Day was that other.
I've
When
never-
you're
I've
just
never seen it.
getting, it's sitting there. You look at the cover. It's filled with like people that you've seen in a million different 80s movies that you don't know their names, but they were in a ton of 80s movies. It's that kind of movie. And it was like literally like the penultimate 80s era horror movie where they just kill people off one at a time. Somebody says, I'll be back, and then they're never back.
Never. That's rule number 3.
Yeah.
I have April Fool's Day. I haven't watched it yet today. I love the twist ending. It had a very good twist ending. Won't ruin it for everybody, but the ending is good.
1986, April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I love it.
It's got a 6.1. It's good.
Well, considering that, I mean, a 6.1 considering
That's
what
good.
it is.
That's good.
You know?
For a slasher
It's a
film,
slasher
6.1 is
film,
great, man.
but it's smart, it's well written, it's got a decent cast, and it has a great twist at
We're
the
talking
end.
about a horror movie.
Yep.
Smart, well written?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm more the psychological thriller type, like,
Psychological thriller. Have you ever seen Chris Nolan's Memento?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen Memento? That's
Jeremy got me to watch that.
That's one when you watch it, you're stressed your head for the next 3 hours.
Well,
Yeah.
like, I actually, my son has always been like a little bit,
That's Chris Nolan, right? That was a Chris Nolan movie?
yeah.
No, Memento was Guy Ritchie, wasn't it?
No, in
Yeah,
it, yes, the
yeah.
actor, but I think Chris Nolan directed it.
Like, we had to watch Stranger Things with the lights on, like, we were like getting him
No
caught up.
way.
Oh, he was like 10,
Yeah.
like when we started watching.
Yeah,
it.
no,
Like,
my daughter's a
we were-
little chicken shit too. She doesn't like that stuff.
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan.
but yeah, so like
Christopher
probably-
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, that's what I thought. Yeah, if you've never seen Memento and you want a mindfuck movie
That
that'll
is.
just
That's a good one.
mess with your head, make you take notes, have your spouse, if you have one of those spouses that doesn't pay attention, don't watch the movie together
Yeah.
because they'll constantly have you rewinding it. But if your spouse can keep attention, it's a good movie.
Hey, and guess what? In April Fool's Day, Biff. Biff was an April Fool's Day.
Fifth?
Biff.
Who's fifth?
Biff.
Fifth. Oh, yeah. My thoughts on Niagara Falls, New York versus Niagara Falls, Canada. Niagara Falls, New York. It's some very nice people, but there's no comparison. If you're going to visit the falls, geographically, they have the better side. They have the better view. They have the better falls. They have the better casino. Go. And the bonus is if you go to the casino to gamble and you win on the Canadian side, you don't get a W-2. It's up to you to declare what you win on the way home.
Ah, look at that.
I won 10 grand on the slots in Canada, and I remember asking the guys paying me out at the casino, I'm like, now what do I do about taxes? That's between you and your government. So I mean, it's literally minutes away. So why would you play on the side?
Not a chance.
I mean, just saying, play on the side where it's more or less you.
That's like I grew up in Detroit. Like we would drive, and then this is before the gambling was legalized. But even once it was, it's like we drive. Over
We
to
do.
Windsor.
Yep.
Like,
I've been to
my
Ripley's
big
Wax
birthday
Museum.
was then my 19th birthday because it was legal to drink over there.
Who remembers D. Snyder's Strangeland? Strangling? I don't remember that. You want to see a real messed up movie? See the movie called Requiem for a Dream. I think I might have seen that.
Oh my God!
Requiem is
sleep
like-
for like
I
two
think I did
freaking
see
weeks
that.
after movie.
No, but Requiem wasn't like scary. It's
No,
messed up.
just messed up.
No, it just, yeah, it's still gave me nightmares.
What's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio? Is it Leo?
Shutter Island.
No, Inception.
Inception. Who was in that? Was that Leo?
Yeah, that's Leo. That's yeah, the whole
So-
Leo, Tom Hardy.
Now, with Inception, did the top spin or did it fall?
It was
never
wobbling at
fell.
the end.
It was
I see
still-
it wobbling.
It's wobbling,
I
yeah.
agree. I think that they tell you.
He's with
it's
his
wobbling.
kids. He made it back to his kids.
It was about to fall.
Yeah.
I
You
agree.
think so? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't remember, like, really spinning at the end.
No, when you
It's
see it,
spinning,
Like, the
spinning,
very
spinning.
last scene, it's
You
spinning.
see his dad. You see him go out to the
I
thing,
agree.
and you see at the very end start to go left to right.
Because I always
Incep-
took from it
I
that, like,
agree
he was
one-
actually in a dream.
I see. I don't. I believe
Because I don't think it ever
1,000% that
Use
it
that.
started wobbling right before it cuts to black
It
in
dropped. It
Inception. The
almost
top
drops.
starts
Well, see,
bobbling.
I think that was intentionally, like, thinking to do that.
But you see his kids' faces though. They turn around this time.
Oh, see, now that makes more
He
sense.
na-
to
he
me
na-
than
he-
Tom.
he says he
That
didn't see
makes
his
more
kids'
sense to me
faces,
than
yeah.
Tom, because you don't see them otherwise.
Yeah,
Carla, I'd like to believe that. I really would. I love it.
I'm pretty sure he's good.
How to watch Stranger Things and Lights Out.
He's out of it.
He was finally old enough. He's like 12 and a half. We watched The Sixth Sense. Like,
Yeah.
a couple
Oh,
weeks
six.
ago.
Yeah, I've got it.
He gets to the end of the movie and he was so used to figuring stuff out. Like he's right. I mean, he looks. He's like, I want more movies like that.
What year did The Sixth Sense come out?
97, 98?
Was it that late?
I think so.
Yeah, when we were in high school.
I think
War
97.
Games, Gremlins, Ghostbusters, great movies.
Yeah, those are all
Without a doubt,
A-notch.
those are easy.
A-notch, no problem.
Thank you, Cindy.
He said I told John I'll wear the shirt.
99 for 6 cents.
Human Centipede was the worst. I don't think I've heard of
Oh,
that.
you
one.
know, if you haven't watched it, just don't watch it, bro. Just don't
People
watch
here
it.
concur.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense was 99?
99.
That doesn't seem
Oh, like I said, we
possible.
were in high school.
I know, it just seems like it would have been older than that. That's kind of weird to me. Who is that behind me? Trying to creep me out?
Oh, we got the game.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Cat's Eye. I remember Cat's Eye. I read
that's
the book.
one of my faves. Young Drew Barrymore.
Actually read Cat's Eye. I think it was a short story.
is that?
Yeah, I don't like that.
So here's the whole thing.
Okay, what I said is
I'm in the U.S.,
that she came up to me and was
just south of Charlotte. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Don't hate me, I wasn't a huge fan. Firestarter, dude, loved the book, loved the movie. Drew Barrymore was phenomenal as a little kid. Thank you, Doreen, appreciate it. I get it, 5 a.m. comes around early.
I don't know what I believe or what I think. What I do know is,
You could have been. The door doesn't really show from here, so no, I don't think anybody's behind me. Princess Bride favorite, no doubt.
people who moved out there like twice, once they bought it, they resold it.
What's going on, Jordan?
The house that my ex got.
Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis. I saw that.
I mean,
Cindy, I am in the U.S., if that's what you're asking. Twice now.
if anything is
Hey, Life, what's up, buddy? Invaders from Mars. I think I saw that
Yeah.
one. Was that like a campy one? Cat People, I remember that. Creep Show. Class of Nukem High. The Abyss, I remember The Abyss.
Katie knows how to find her. She always
Pet Cemetery bothered me. I've mentioned it before. There are certain rules in horror movies, two of which principally are you never hurt a kid and you never hurt a pet. And Pet Cemetery broke both of those rules horribly. So I don't like that very much. I appreciate that, Lane. Thank you. Stormy Central Florida. How are you, Auntie? Wolfen. Clowns from Outer Space. I don't do clowns. I do remember Stage Brew. Poltergeist absolutely still freaks me out, as does Amityville Horror.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to not get sometimes he gets a lot smoother the farther you get into it. It's
But it,
yeah, I was just saying, I don't know if I don't even know what you're talking about. I just have to check it out. She makes me feel like a delegate.
I mean, like, you're definitely
Well, I think the trust like, I mean, even when I was bigger, but like, even when I'm not bigger, I'm still tall. I'm still never gonna be tiny. Just can't still fit.
Let's do the time warp again.
Oh yeah, I'm a Rocky Horror guy. I like Rocky Horror.
I just saw Carrie the other day again for the first time in forever, and I literally had forgotten that William Catt from Greatest American Hero plays the guy that takes her to the prom.
Oh, okay.
I had like forgotten it.
How about the end? You forget about the hand at the end.
I forget about the end? How do
The
you
hand.
What do you mean?
The hand that comes out of the door.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no forgetting it. There's no
Every once in a
forgetting.
while I forget about that.
It was almost funnily scary, though. Carrie just went overboard. I mean, Sissy Spacek's eyes were almost humorous in how scary she was trying to make them. It just, and the pig's blood is iconic. Oh, God, you devil. We grew up in an era where movies like Oh, God, you devil and Oh, God, Book One. I mean, think about it. That was George Burns and John Denver. We lived in an era where George Burns and John Denver could do a movie that did well enough to have sequels. I don't know that it gets a lot more innocent than that.
That's when George Burns is the devil, right?
Yeah, he was both.
Right.
He played both. Where am I from? I'm originally from Western New York. I now live south of Charlotte.
I was a big fan of, when I was little, The Gate.
The Gate movies were
With
creepy.
the little freaking
Yep.
claymation things that came out of the ground, the rocket.
Better off dead. I want my $2.
Oh man, that kid's dead. That kid died.
Old School says, fun fact, Eddie Murphy gave up a role in Ghostbusters to do Beverly Hills Cop.
Wow.
Good decision, bad decision. I can see it going both ways.
I don't know. I think it worked out.
I can't imagine anybody else being Axel Foley, so I guess it works.
No, but think about it. Like, imagine him playing Winston. It'd be too much.
Yeah,
Winston's like a you know, he's perfect.
he's
for what
not
he
a
is.
big enough character for Eddie Murphy.
Winston wasn't a scientist. Winston was just, hey, I'm here for the job. You know.
They had to slow the hand coming out of the rubble as people were having heart attacks.
Telling you.
Gonna have to look that one up.
That hand at the end, man, it catches you off guard sometimes.
But I mean, that's also an 80s thing. Like every scary movie that I can think of, as far as with the protagonists like Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers, there's the last jump scare. You think it's over, you've shot them, they're dead, and I'm like, no, don't step over them. Go the other way. Use the back door. There's no reason to step over what you think is their dead body. They're not dead.
Yep.
Take another 6 bullets, put it directly into their skull, and then go out the other way. But they always had that last jump scare. It's like a
how
thing.
They move the weapon like 3 feet.
Yeah.
They can't.
Or they
just
drop the
reach.
gun. Like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I killed him, so now I'm dropping the gun. No, you don't drop the gun. You
No.
keep shooting. Arsenio Hall voiced Winston on the real Ghostbusters cartoon. I knew that.
Yes, that was a great cartoon, honestly.
I've never seen that one.
That was fantastic.
I know we're talking about our favorite Batman.
Why did it have to be called the real Ghostbusters?
There was a reason.
No, I think there was a reason. I think there was a reason with copyright
Yeah.
or with licensing. Because really, it's the cartoon about the Ghostbusters. Should have just been the Ghostbusters. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's numero uno in my book.
Sidekicks. I was like sidekicks. With Chuck Norris.
OG Ghostbusters cartoon was very different. Okay.
Yeah, so there was a regular one in the 70s called
Thank you, Eddie.
Ghostbusters, and this was to differentiate
Oh,
the
okay.
copyright between the original Ghostbusters.
So it had not the original
No.
one had nothing. I gotcha now. Ghostbusters came out first, the live action. So, yeah, not quite, Drakeo. Not that that's a bad thing. Wasn't Outsiders 80s? Yes, Outsiders was 80s. Actually, and it just had its
40th? 42nd?
43rd or 42nd anniversary. I think it came out in 82,
They were showing all the screen tests.
but 83.
83.
So, yeah, 42 years old.
I didn't realize that came out the year.
And I mean, there's just,
That's
I'll
why
say
I
it a
don't know
million
that-
times
I
every
don't know
time somebody
that
comes
well.
up.
I really don't.
I mean, it looks like it. I mean,
Yeah.
But look who's in that movie.
Everybody.
You could not.
There's so many people.
It's
Emilio
I-
Estevez.
Emilio Estevez,
That's a
Rob
who's-
Lowe,
that's a
C.
who's
Thomas
who.
Howell,
Ralph Macchio. there's,
Ralph Macchio, Rob Lowe,
Yeah, Rob
Matt
Lowe.
Dillon,
I mean,
Diane
literally
Lane,
freaking everybody.
Leif Garrett, Flea from
Flea.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, Lee.
My son just read that in his 7th grade class and watched the movie and was raving about the movie.
Swayze.
Both read Salem's Lot and saw the movie. Yeah, Patrick Swayze
Yeah,
was in it as
look,
well.
right down the list. C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Macchio, Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, Glenn Withrow, Diane Lane, Leif Garrett, Darren Dalton, Michelle Marnick, Tom Waits. Then we're getting down to the
Yeah, Tom Waits,
Yeah,
Outsiders.
Outsiders.
And S.E. Hinton, actually the author,
And Sophia
has
Coppola.
played the part of the nurse, and Sophia Coppola, the daughter of
Little
Francis
girl.
Ford Coppola, played Little Girl.
Little girl.
I knew that was an S.E. Hinton book, but I never knew that was a nurse.
Sophia Coppola.
I didn't know that.
That's funny, Genghis. Breakfast Club. Saw the Everybody But Emilio Estevez when I went to cover MegaCon in Orlando. I got to sit on a panel. A little shaky because I didn't have the equipment I needed to live stream the entire presentation. But if you can handle the shakiness, you'll find it here on YouTube. I've got the entire Breakfast Club panel live, and it's pretty good. They are also joining up together with Emilio Estevez at C2E2 in Chicago. Even though I got passes, I can't make it.
Like, where we all it's apparently that whole rat.
But sitting in on that panel was very,
The more
very
the more
cool.
accessible they are, the better.
Just being that close to them. It was cool.
I know Emilio's been the one who's
Long Island Tall coming up, top shelf. As long as we're going virtual, why not? Might as well do a top shelf, right?
Top shelf, top
I
shelf.
know he did it for what it was
Virtual
called,
liquor, virtual money, virtual hangover, maximum overdrive. Heather's was a phenomenal movie, Katie. One of my favorites.
First, I don't know what I was thinking. He's the only one who held on his name. He's the one who, like, maintained his shit for days. Sorry, that's my job. Get out. Like,
Yeah, let it out. You get a chance, let it out.
like, I haven't been ready to go out for the last, like, year since Carlos died. It's pretty sad being 40 when I go out by myself. It's like, oh, I know you guys here. It's like, this is one of the things that I actually
There's a place to do it. This is it.
yeah. Well, hey, it's embarrassing signing to admit it. I called the other and like, hey, freaking knew that was in the restaurant. You know, this derby just hit up my car. You know you guys did. It's not always the case. I never liked this. I know it's like the old sand, we're getting ready to go to the kids' bedrooms and engagement. So, my mind is different. I bring you both to
I'll be done.
hold on to them now. Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to, like, keep them out.
10 and 4.
It was so fast.
Yeah. Very.
Thank you, Jake. Y'all behaving. No trivia today. We did trivia earlier today, but there was it was just too busy to jump on for it. What's going on, Robert? Good to see you coming in from Nebraska. Battlestar Galactica. I think I actually like the second version, the 80s version, better than the original. I just thought it was cool when they brought it back.
They announced there's going to be a Starship Troopers remake.
There's going to be a what now?
Starship Troopers.
I like that. Starship Troopers was cool. Cat coming in from Arizona.
They just took the lead.
Adventures of Remo Williams. Never saw that one. Take care, Melissa. Have a good night. Tron was very cool.
The ride is very cool. I like that ride.
It was all right. Just it was ungodly how they made us wait. The Disney ride for Tron was a nightmare. They had us waiting for hours out in the blazing sun. It was horrible. You know what I just started rewatching was Space 1999. It's available on the little satellite Android TV thing I have. And it's just amazing what they thought 1999 was going to look like back in 1977.
It's like reading Orwell in
It's
1984 as a kid.
It's
like,
so much they got wrong.
that was like in 91 when I read
They really moon base alpha. Even the science for 1999 doesn't work. How fast the moon moved and how anyway it does not hold up really well. But I'm watching it anyway. It's interesting. Eagles were so cool. They were, and I actually think I had the toy. Can I get you another brother?
I don't know, but it's I'm trying to sip on it.
I'm bringing in the Everclear for you.
I can't put it away like I used to. I'm sorry. I used to go through a good amount of beers here before, but I can't do it anymore. I don't have the tolerance anymore because I pretty much very rarely drink. That's pretty much it. When you guys see me, this is when I drink.
It's funny what they thought 2015 would look like. That's true. That's Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. Actually, so Back to the Future, May 30th through June 1st or 2nd. You have to check it out on my webpage. If you go to genxjono.com, there's actually a calendar that's keeping track of the conventions I'm going to. But the Back to the Future cast will be at a panel there at Dallas Fan Expo. And Gina Scott Williams and I will be attending.
Oh, I want to go to that one.
I just wanted to see my little
I am
I hate to say it like this,
yeah, I wanna
but
see
while
it.
I can.
Yeah,
I really want to hear the
Dude, and you said that was in Dallas?
It's in Dallas.
I have family down there. Like, you know what a huge doctor
It's so Fan Expo is going to have Michael J. Fox. It's going to have the guy that played Biff. It's going to have the second Jennifer.
Yeah.
It's going to have Christopher Lloyd.
Welcome home, Jennifer.
It's Mr. T's going to be there. It's if you look, Dallas Fan Expo is stacked with like people.
Dallas was stacked.
That one's pretty
Mr. T is
stacked.
unrelated, I think.
They're just saying who else is going to be there. There's a lot of 80s era celebrities.
I'm trying to remember where in the hell is that.
Just 80s stuff though.
No, that sounds awesome. I'll bring my son and I'll be there.
I'm excited. Chicago, I almost wish I could make happen, but I don't think I can leave 2 weeks in a row.
Well, like I said, I've got family in both Dallas and Houston. Like,
Who is
I
at
would love to-
C2E2?
That's like literally about to go to the second you said that.
And I've actually been trying to get down to Houston to see family. Like I said, I've got my family brother.
Appreciate that, Trev.
Yes, 4 hours.
get up north.
top 5 favorites from here. That was a family one for me. Like when my dad took us to everyone, and it was like a special one for me.
Blues Brothers, okay. No comment. I met the first Jennifer. That's who actually I think is going. I got it wrong.
Yep.
Claudia Wells will be there. Second Jennifer was Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah.
It's right there.
He told me the only thing that was left on the floor, and that's that
It's
shaving
right there.
I already met her. She was at MegaCon. I met her.
She's Cobra Kai too.
She's Cobra Kai, too. Somebody- Not Jennifer.
Up in the floors.
Elizabeth's shoe. Thank you, Wirehead.
I'm sorry, no, I'll tell you.
Whose brother
Bullshit.
Like restock the station and stuff too.
was
You didn't
Andrew's
reach the
shoe
station at all?
that appeared in
You never
shows
saw
like
the
The
station?
Wonder Years. Later on, he was in Melrose Place. Looks just like her. But yeah, I saw Elizabeth's shoe at MegaCon. She looks great.
Yeah, was not allowed to watch Melrose.
You weren't allowed to watch Melrose.
No, I was very sheltered. Bert, actually, I saw your video. The funny thing is, like I said, I had like a half orange box. I had peanut butter and jelly on rice cakes. I was the only kid who had to wear a helmet on their bike and everything. Like, but yet.
You wore a helmet on your bike?
But yeah, the only one. But John, like what you're saying about parents being everything, but still, I would get kicked out the door at 8 a.m. on a
I think
summer
we're the
morning.
last generation that it was also very common.
I would be gone all day long, and they would have no idea where I was.
I remember we might be the last generation where it was still very, very common for us to all know girls that weren't allowed to wear pants in like grade school. It was really common. I remember some girls' parents wouldn't let them wear pants. Like the girls wore skirts or dresses, not pants. I don't think that's as common a thing. Travis says the asteroid that ended the dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in Earth's history. That killed a lot of birds with one stone. Facts. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you for the $5, brother. I appreciate it.
So far, Ali Sheedy, Anthony Michael Hall, cast.
Yeah, so it's the entire cast. C2E2 is the big thing is that it's all of Breakfast Club.
Right.
Even Emilio, who does not go to these events, is going.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's in alphabetical order, and it's a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's not anybody I really know.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who else.
So I think I'm
pops up.
skipping C2E2. No, it's not.
Yeah. Arthur's brother.
No, it's the Chicago C2E2.
Nice, yeah, I like that.
I don't want
For all
time
of
to go over
non-Star
there.
Wars.
I don't want to navigate Chicago.
I've never seen more of that.
Yeah, you can go to
I've
Pequod
seen
though.
the original couple, like but my friend Bill, like he's two cats and Obi and Vader. Like that.
I heard Luke, I mean, probably.
No, I mean the original couple, I mean they're good, they're okay. I mean I get why people like them. No. I just have I have no. I'm more of a book person. I'm more of a book person. I think the plan is promise I was trying to find the toilet and the yeah, I think we're trying to find I would have trouble doing that just you run out of stuff. I don't even like
Yeah, I don't know how big the deal is. Scared of the reading.
when you get sucked in though, like it's, I don't know. I mean, I think again, it's me with my age, like that is one of the few times now the channel.
Lost Boys, one of my favorites. I'll tell you a fan theory I have about Lost Boys in a second.
Yeah.
I would be in that one. Like I remember there were multiple times I got in trouble. I had to move on to like this class that we were supposed to.
That's doing nothing. But also never have to do it. Wasn't like.
My theory is that Kiefer Sutherland's character in Lost Boys is the same guy, the same jerk, as Kiefer Sutherland's character in Stand By Me, Eyeball. And it's just that he becomes a vampire somewhere between the two movies, and therefore he's able to stay the same age, basically, as he was when he was Eyeball. Now, obviously that might not work. I don't know when Lost Boys says he became a vampire, but I like it because both characters are very much assholes.
Same guy.
And it makes a lot of sense. Yep, Eyeball gets turned and he's still a dick. Dude, Wirehead, you are on there with me. Totally agree.
I mean, I was so bad, like, when I was drinking, after my dad died, I was like,
Shall we play a game? War games never. See, now that's every time I do one of these lives, I need to start writing things in my like notepad because I've got a 13-year-old that loves this stuff. Travin, thank you again, man. Travin buying drinks for everybody, $5. MD 2020
Let's do
shots
it.
on the house.
Let's
Coming
go.
courtesy of Travin, guys. God bless. Thank you so much, man. To your health. It's been slow. There's a good chance that I will make more tips on this live tonight than I do here at the bar tonight. Appreciate you guys. I love Iron Eagle music. I liked Iron Eagle. You can't go wrong with Lou Diamond. With Lou Gossett. Lou Diamond Phillips. With Lou Gossett Jr. But it still comes across like the GoBots version of Top Gun.
It is.
You had
It is.
Transformers
It is.
and you had GoBots. M. Rob, dude, thank you for the $5 tip. Appreciate you, buddy. It's just Iron Eagle kind of feels like that to me. You had GoBots and Transformers. You have Iron Eagle and Top Gun. It's just one of those situations.
24 wants to know where you're live on.
YouTube.
YouTube.
I always thought it was good.
my daughter is in grade, she's in that story when we were in her throat, like in second grade before she was diagnosed, because she was exactly like my this is the last question that I had how the answer to it had to describe what she knows. I almost forgot to like reading it, I get lost in the I have more difficulty than almost once I was through that, I was like actually all over the past getting back to my was miserable. Like I can't tell you, I was for like 4 hours trying to sleep. Sitting there,
I got better. I mean, I work at
I did the same. Yeah, it helps a lot, like kind of figuring out how I learn, you know, working through diagnosis and adaptation. And then, like, I hated getting through my undergraduate degree, but like, I love my my mother was actually the Patriot free Yeah, my mom's especially like this. She did now in like right on the
So I don't know why I want to call him Scott tonight. I almost called John Scott earlier too. I don't know what it is.
Scott's in your mind, bro. He's got you wrapped up.
Can I get this smokehouse off the thing? They ordered a freedom apparently.
I do this all the time. I do this every Tuesday. I just walk around like I literally never worked here in my life.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's every Tuesday.
90%.
Stop back. My bad. Everybody right side.
Thank you for calling History Camera and TV Land. This is John.
When I was a kid,
Yeah, exactly.
I was originally. I should have been.
I have a massive issue.
That's cool. No one's around learns the same way.
Well, I get, you know, while we leave it back, I'm going to teacher also teaches more.
Yeah.
By the
All right, Rob, I had a
time
dozen
I
people going yet.
actually
Teriyaki, garlic parm, flat ranch, today, but chicken will get home. Give us 20 minutes, pick up the dinner, we're at the bar. Thank you.
And that's a good thing, well, they're already at you know what, they're not.
That'll be a challenge. You're bored. I like that. There from there, sure thing. This is gonna be what it's going to be for every time you walk away.
And I think that my restaurant party up to and I have one more yeah, I'll take it. I mean, Charlie's got one. I was like maybe 20 or 30 I couldn't take it. It was a job and I said, but that's not a big job that I would love. I would do very and I was constantly struggling with the longer meetings.
Clearly, I don't know how to do like it's like 2 to holiday.
So oh my God, 250. Close.
Are you here Friday?
I'm off Thursday and Monday.
You're here Friday, Sunday? Swag.
I'll be here.
RoboCop's The Golden Child. Godfather, I've never seen any of the Godfather movies.
really?
Nah.
I think The Godfather one of those where the second one is actually better than the first.
Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom, a lot of people don't realize was a John Hughes movie. Let's see, Robert says, John, you are a Star Trek fan. Have I ever seen Leonard Nimoy on Malibu U variety show performing the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins? I've seen the video of Leonard Nimoy performing the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, and I wish to God I never did. But yeah, I've seen that, unfortunately. I remember as a kid, Leonard Nimoy did a show called In Search Of that just made my blood run cold. Basically, it was telling us every week 101 different ways the Earth was going to end, whether it's through an ice age, or global warming, or being hit by a meteor, like literally every single week. He was talking about aliens and God knows what else. That thing scared the... People talk about like unsolved mysteries being something that scared us as kids.
Spooky.
In Search Of scared me 10 times as much. Vodka, Red Bull, 16 candles, ASAP on the way. You got it. You have In Search Of on DVD. That's awesome, Kristen. Bye, sweetie. Mullet or no mullet?
Later.
My daughter will not let me grow my mullet back.
You got to.
I'm
One
forbidden.
more time.
I'm forbidden. But I got a wig that perpetuates the idea. Should I go?
Listen,
The
man.
music's probably too loud.
Unsolved Mysteries was.
Gonna get in trouble. Unsolved Mysteries didn't scare me. Maybe I was older though. What's the one with? So the one with Adam Walsh's dad. Was that Unsolved Mysteries?
No.
No,
America's
that was
Most
the
Wanted.
one where. Which one?
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted bothered me because it seems like everybody on America's Most Wanted could have been somewhere near me. They always kind of looked like somebody I thought I saw. And it was John Walsh, which reminded us of Adam Walsh, which at any point in time let us know that us kids could have ended up on a milk carton at the drop of a hat. The fact that most of us didn't still blows my mind. The amount of strangers whose homes I was in as a child, selling world's finest chocolate bars, and they're like, here, come on in, I'm going to go write you a check.
Oh, perfect.
And I walked right in the house.
So you're getting the check. Why are you not going to write it?
DL Gen X, I love the icons, man. Am I married, Jennifer? I am. Can't Buy Me Love, just watched with my 13-year-old daughter. She actually liked it a lot. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, classic.
It's mine.
Is America's Most Wanted still a TV show? I don't think it is.
I haven't seen it. Like Cops is, yeah, that's never going anywhere.
Cops was actually removed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's no more Cops?
They have different versions of it, but it got taken down because of liability concerns. People, well, the whole, anyway.
The signing off in the waivers
It got
and all that
very
stuff.
political,
Yeah.
and the police thing.
I mean, there's whole channels of Cops on like TV
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's one of my favorite books.
I sold peanuts to go at summer camp. I've sold so much. World's Finest chocolate bars. We had candy of all kind. I just remember owing so much money. They knew we were going to eat it. Like my daughter has what they call fun runs. So not so much now, but in elementary school, definitely, where they would literally just have a day of fun, where they would run around a circle and teachers would throw color at them to music. Travis says, went to an Alcoholic Anonymous meeting. Anonymous my ass, I knew everyone there. Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you again. That brings up to $20 in tips tonight, guys. Thank you. You most certainly do not have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Now it's just like, oh, my kid's doing this, so I go on Facebook, or we go to the office, and we just have people just sponsor. They just throw money. The kids don't actually have to do anything. We took our lives in our hands. I remember selling calendars, wrapping paper, candy, anything and everything with an owl on it was a big deal. Solve a Rubik's Cube. You know I can't, Ace. That's just mean. Evening, Paul. Ace, dude, I've tried. You guys have no idea. I've done 3 videos so far, and I think I'm done. I put it on you all sent me those who could solve it. I've had people promise they could teach me. I've been sent to websites. I've been sent. I can't do it.
Not in one shot.
My brain doesn't work this way. I can't. People are like, you can't follow directions. No, I can't follow directions.
If you have to sit there and read it off while you're doing it, it doesn't count.
I can't do it.
You have to be able to do
Well,
it.
and that's it. I shouldn't. But I can't even do that. I can't even read step by step and solve it. My brain will not let me do it. Interesting versus hitting the neighborhood creeps up for school. Dude, not even our neighborhood creeps. I was miles from home. Because in order to actually get some traction to win the stupid stuff we could win, you had to get out of your neighborhood. There were 8 other kids in your neighborhood selling. So you got on your bike and you rode miles from home. No one knew where you were in order to sell. Rubik's Cube is easy. Get the hell out of here. Oh, grab a flathead screwdriver. Hey, Patrick, even that's not easy anymore. The newer ones are stickerless, so you can't take out the sticker, and if you break it, you can't put it back together again. the pieces are such that they would actually break when you try to break them apart. Rad, the movie, just re-released in theaters in some areas. Dyslexia and ADHD killers. I have severe ADHD, Val, and that's got to be what's, I don't know. In some instances, it's a superpower. In other instances, it's not. Did I break it? I broke one when I threw it against the wall, but thankfully I had a backup.
Because I kind of didn't know my dad was in bed, but like, I ended up being able to beat it up because I know I should. He had me. I didn't really like everybody. That class, seriously screwed up my class. I think once we got past the block, we really basic on what I was out.
I don't hear like grammar and stuff like that. I had college I did communication, so I was pretty blank. But the problem with that was like they were going by like so the problem was like I was always like creative writer. So I would do that in my writing, and then she's like, I had to tell the grade, she goes, you can't write that.
I never into your like
I honestly almost go that way. I had to get a good, because we were there, and we were very technology.
Have a good night, Zach. Selling greeting cards was bad. I never sold greeting cards. Tubi Television was unlocked. Oh, Tubi Television is cool. So I've got this thing that I got. It's basically Android TV is what it's called. It just plugs in, and it's amazing what I can get on this thing. It cost me like $200. No subscription. And I can just download any movie to watch streaming. I can watch almost any show you can think of. It's got tons of live television. It's pretty damn cool. So that's where I'm watching a lot of stuff now. Thanks again, Todd. Scout Popcorn. Kevin, appreciate you, brother, but I hated Scout Popcorn. Trevin, dude.
The hell, Scott Popcorn.
Dude, thank you so much. Man, I appreciate you. Trevin donation, $50 to the page.
What?
If the Scooby-Doo gang visited local costume shops at the beginning of every episode, they save a lot of time. Dude, I make a joke that I have now turned into. At my ripe old age of 55, I am now the villains on Scooby-Doo. Not because I'm a bad person, but because I can stretch the mask off and almost lift it over my head.
First time I've seen you do that.
Yeah. Now, somebody got on one of my pages and said that's elasticity. The fact that bounces right back is actually good.
There you go.
So
You're hydrated.
they're like, that doesn't mean you're old. It just means you have a lot of elasticity. Dude, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. Do you have any content on your page? I will happily follow you back, man. First of all, let's throw you in as a moderator on the page. Least of what I can do.
And
Appreciate you, buddy.
very first project was to make a brochure about pigment. And she gave us for
I need to borrow my sanity from you. Well, I appreciate it, man. It is probably the greatest thing about this page, about the pages, is the stuff that, and I try to read all direct messages I get. I am vastly outnumbered. I'm 1.5 million to 1 at this point, but I try really hard. And the amount of people that are just so grateful for the content is just what makes me do it every week, day in and day out. 3, 4, posting 5 times a day, every day. You guys keep me going. I appreciate it. Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Nah, Wirehead, we haven't lost our minds. Dude, I challenge any Gen Xer. You guys will still remember the first phone number that you had in the house you grew up in. Maybe even the second. You will remember, I can remember my kindergarten teacher's name, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Some of my 6th grade teachers. I can go from Mr. Miller to Miss Henry to Mrs. Crane to Miss Deal and Mr. Young to Miss Langville, and then we moved and I got Miss Perry and then Mrs. Semler. I don't even know if they're all still alive, but our memories are long. We were trained to remember things in a way that today's generation simply isn't, because information is readily available in the palm of their hands. We had to memorize stuff.
They don't have RAM.
They don't need it.
They don't have
They
RAM.
don't have it. It's read-only memory. There's no random access. That's the best way I've ever heard it put, Manny. We have RAM. They have RAM.
You needed it. You had to survive with it.
You couldn't.
You had to have it on you.
You need it, and I will say, any Gen Xer that did a school report in high school, the amount you had to do to get that report done, you could still probably have a TED Talk on it today, 40 years later. I could do a TED Talk on the Jonestown Massacre because of a report I did on the moon landing. We remember and we retain that stuff. Kaylee says, I am happy to finally caught alive in this house. We love Jono. Oh, dude, thank you. Thanks for keeping the memories alive. Hoping to have more chats in the future. Behave, you crazy kids. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Tanya said, unfortunately, we moved a lot and my parents split when I was 10. Do have a great memory, though. I don't know. I can only speak for me. I remember this stuff whole. The amount of things that stick in my brain. Theme songs, commercials. And doing this page has brought them back. Unlocked so many memories for me.
So you don't like streaming?
She's really nice, and she's very alive.
Can't wait for Friday to shell it. Oh yeah, it is shell this week. Friday 5:30. Now I will say that the 3-View Mirror is a 5:30 p.m. Eastern time show that I do with two of my good friends, but we may be moving the time up a little. We've gotten a lot of feedback saying 5:30. A lot of people are just getting home on a Friday. We might move it to 7 or 8 p.m. More on that coming soon.
Prime time.
Yeah, time to do better. Tanya, I appreciate that. Chevy Chase, is that you? Why do I look like Chevy Chase?
That's
I don't
good.
see it.
That's good.
I'll
Well,
take
if you had
it.
the clef. Like
You had
put a
the
little
clef?
dot. Yeah, put a little
I
dot.
don't have a
there.
clef.
No, if you have put a little dot, it might work. Walking through the door, tumble.
Can't believe we could work that microfiche. Now, do you guys know the difference between microfilm and microfiche? Because we had a microfilm and a microfiche machine in my library at school.
I like the microfilm.
Yeah, we'll probably keep the Friday 5:30 p.m. But Fridays are tough. We may move to a Monday at 8. We might move to a Friday at 8. We're looking at different times to get more people. I thought it was great personally. 7:30 would be a good time. All right. Fiche was single plates. Yep, and it would just move differently. We would slide it rather than roll. I don't understand why people like Chevy Chase. Meh. What's going on, Blister Bill? Good to see you. And Julie, hello.
Depends who you know him from.
What's that?
It depends who you know him from. You know, I mean, like I'm a National Lampoon's kid.
I mean,
grew up on
National
that, you
Lampoon
know?
I love, so I like that. Chevy Chase is Saturday Night Live. Meh. I mean, his whole Ford persona, like he did Gerald Ford. Today, when SNL does a character, they look like that.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase did Gerald Ford. He was Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase,
He
yeah.
didn't do a thing to try to look like Ford, except fall down a lot. Overhead projectors. So my Gen Z son tells me he has drip. Now, as a pure Gen Xer here, he has VD. But he was saying he has good fashion. Yeah, our drip was different than their drip. Dude, you might have won the internet today with that one.
That's gold star.
That's drip. Yes, today's kids with drip is fashion. Have I ever turned myself on a school projector bulb? Burned myself. Yeah, I think I might have. Not anything to brag about there. Facts. I'll be back.
The drip.
Oh, he nodded this way. I was like, what do I do?
We'll have to have a relationship.
He's got to stop talking to me about how heavy his wallet is.
How about what? How heavy I'm what?
How heavy your wallet is.
My wall's not heavy. My ass is heavy. You can lose it 20 pounds. Stop going to the gym. Like brand new. Bulked up like you were like, are you back in the gym now?
No, it's just, I'm doing out things like,
I
I think I actually feel like a normal guy.
Okay. But you look good. But when you were going to the gym, I could tell. And then you cut down the back. And then I went. And now I haven't been in months. So I gotta get back.
just actively
intoxication. I'm high on you.
I don't know.
It is Survivor.
Okay.
Oh, dude, Big Track was probably my favorite toy that Christmas. Big Track was this literal tank that you could program to move around. It was amazing. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, it is amazing how many jump songs there were in this era.
Were there? I just remember this one. What I didn't realize till Manny told me was we did the thing with the kids where we tell little words they would finish it. It's like I wanna. What word comes to your mind? If I say I wanna, think songs or movies. What do you think?
Sex you up?
I wanna sex you up. Mine was I wanna
Fuck
rock.
you like an animal?
For me, yeah, that would be one. For
Mine
me,
is kids, and that was not meant like a
for me it was Dee Snider. I wanna rock. As soon as I hear I wanna, I think rock.
For me,
That's pretty bad. I don't like an animal. That was not my lie. I was trying to think of something else.
Funny is Manny
I was
said.
trying to think of something else to say.
Manny also said I wanna rock, but instead of being
Two
Dee
Live Crew.
Snider, it was Two Live Crew. I wanna rock. And then I remembered I wanna rock by Raw Bass as well. I wanna rock right now. Well, I'm Raw Bass and I came to get down.
Yeah. It's like, what was the one that you said a couple weeks ago? Where he's like, what do you say when I say stop? And I was like, collaborate and listen. Like, the next thing comes to my mind.
that is definitely one. Stop. What do you think of when stop? Yeah, collaborate and listen, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Now it's all over my head. I do really miss watching you like dance to the mob with Johnny Iceman. So, is there a plan? Are we losing trivia and everything all together, or?
I'm not sure if losing it all together, just maybe it comes back, goes away. I just know for now.
Nothing is sure, but it's not like I'm not.
I've got Raw Bass stuck in my head. I'm Raw Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known throughout the microphone because I get stupid.
That's not gonna
I
happen.
mean, outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious. Dee Snider, Dad in the Video is funny, knocking things over.
Not the normal.
Great Outdoors was the movie. What year did Great Outdoors come out in? 90? 89? Yeah, I was definitely in college because that was the movie that when we would go out and come back drunk to the apartment, I had Great Outdoors on VHS. And I would pop it in for some strange reason. And I can almost quote the entire movie of Great Outdoors because of it. It was that. And if you've never seen it, there's a movie called Let It Ride with Richard Dreyfuss. That was the other one we would pop in. I don't know why.
I'm not advocating.
Night Tracks before MTV. Doc, we had Night Tracks, I think, but Night Tracks wasn't the big one for me. It was, I can see it. It had this thing that would spin, Friday Night Videos.
Walked in and boom, that's what it was. That's the first thing that Matt told me.
May the Schwartz be with you.
No, like I get it.
I love Defender, and it was great on the Atari as it was in the video store and the arcade. Spies Like Us. Did you all have a drunk movie? Because that was I know for a lot of people it was the hockey movie Slapshot. That was one. But Let It Ride and Great Outdoors, two of my drunk movies. Stripes, that's a good drunk movie.
I will say, I keep
How big was the steak? 86er?
96. 96. Who? He's not done yet. Well, there's nothing on that plate but fat and grizzle. He's not done yet.
It seems like it could be musical, or at least your music videos.
Top Secret was our drunk movie. It was just this comfort movie. It was this movie that you could pop in and you would just sit there with your buddies and you would like annoy the shit out of anybody that wasn't drunk because you would just recite the lines as quickly as they were on it.
That's how they look at it and Tuesdays was just down, so
Well,
they ran it for a while and figured out let's try something else.
no, like I said, I'm not asking. Like I
Real Genius, Down and Out in Beverly
I
Hills.
get it.
Yeah.
Bloodsport was another drunk movie.
Again, my biggest not really over there. Our big one.
My drunk movie was Weird Science. That's a great drunk movie.
I think Tuesday is just.
Ben's the nerd.
Like I said,
Zartan, how are ya? Strange Brew, breakdancing. I never was much of a breakdancer. The only thing I could do was the this move that was supposed to gear up, and then when everybody else would like hit the cardboard, that's when I was out. I'm like, I'm done. All I could do was the
you know,
little
Bill,
prep
you know,
thing.
Bill used to
I
break
could do
dance.
this.
I'm not even freaking kidding.
Bill used to breakdance?
Yes.
Oh no, I never had that in me.
Bill,
Drunk movies was Lost Boys. That one I would watch over and over again sober.
I love Lost Boys. It's a great movie. Just Jamie Gertz with the hair.
Jamie Gertz. My Jamie Gertz movie's probably less than zero. A very dark movie. What's going on? Mike coming in from Long Island. Roadhouse. The Worm I could never quite manage. I kept hurting parts of my body I didn't mean to slam against the floor. Any Mel Brooks flick? Oh, dude, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Drunk, there's not much that hits for me than being drunk and the nights that say neat. Holy Grail was a great drunk movie. I love Lost Boys, but like I said, I'd watch it. Yeah, History of the World Part 1, drunk movie. Bring out your dead. Happy birthday, Ash. Blazing Saddles. But Monty Python was like high school drunk movie for me, not college drunk movie. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day. Blazing Saddles. Men in Tights is another good one.
Love it. We're men, manly men, women tight.
Yeah. You closing tomorrow night, man?
Yeah, for tomorrow.
How about Thursday?
I'm off Thursday.
Someone let them free. Labyrinth. All I can think of with Labyrinth is David Bowie's pants. Always making me feel completely and totally emasculated. You just being a young boy and seeing that and realizing you would never measure up. Yeah, literally never measure up. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm just saying I'm not that. Garlic salt for dinner. Take care, Patrick. David Bowie's nylons. Dude, if that was all him, God bless. Hot Shots, another good drunk movie.
That is really
Do I have a
good.
cup of water? Diet soda.
Yeah, my favorite movie is Totally
Thank you, Stacy. What's your favorite drunk movie?
Harold and Kumar.
What's that?
Harold
Harold and Kumar.
No, you've not seen that.
Oh my God!
Carol and Cooper?
Harold.
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar.
Oh, never seen it.
It is so funny.
Yeah?
It
What's
is
it called?
so
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle?
It's the subtle, like the
Glad I could share, Blister Bill.
You gotta have a cotton meat sandwich, man.
Oh, that's the second one. That's the second one.
Youngbloods was one of my favorites. Yeah, another good Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe movie. Yeah, that's 90s? Okay. Harold and Kumar, Stoner flicks, that makes sense.
It is more of a stoner flick than
So
it is.
90s, that's the problem. I kind of fell off. By the 90s, my brother had bought a bar in Buffalo. I was going to college in Buffalo. And I was bartending 4 nights a week and going to school. And the bars in Buffalo are open till 4 a.m. So my shift was always Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 nights a week, and it's 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. So I missed out on a lot of movies because I was bartending and, to be quite honest, drinking a whole lot. Office Space, amazing movie.
It's like, yeah, it's like five.
I need to buy a red stapler.
You see my stapler?
That's my stapler. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to move back a little bit.
Oh, he's so.
Then he burned the entire place down.
Something about Mary.
It's like doing code red.
Something about Mary was okay.
Like cruise over there, he's like, yeah, like, oh, he's so like.
DL, appreciate your service, buddy. You actually own a red swing line? I need one. I may go purchase one tonight. Working Girl, the Brian song crushes me. No, dude, totally appreciate you. Super Troopers. Super Troopers is good. As far as like 90s, 2000s movies that still kind of were throwbacks that I liked, you can't go wrong with the American Pie movies. Wasn't, that was our generation actually on the screen. Because if I'm not remembering wrong, pretty much everybody in American Pie were probably Gen Xers.
The older half, like the younger half was mine.
Probably. So that was the transition.
Like Jason Biggs is like, I think he's like 2 years older than I am.
Okay.
The Tara Reid, she's all yours.
Yeah.
All yours, Tara.
Tara Reid looks good again. Shawshank Redemption, loved written by Stephen King, read it, and an amazing movie.
Shawshank is the highest ranking on IMDb.
Highest ranked movie in IMDb.
Yep.
Good to know. Brian song crushed me. That Champ crushed me.
Oh man, it's getting on the fucking plane.
Thank you for calling me together in India.
I own both Harold and Kumar.
They sit there and hell and hell and baby.
He might pass. I was literally like ready to log in and watch it.
They sit there and make a baby out of fucking £4 weed.
Hold on just 1 second.
Oh, and then like when he gets
You're probably gonna have to, Manny. You're probably gonna have to have them deal with Uber Eats. But he said they put in an Uber Eats order a while ago, and they only brought half.
It's not that bad. Let's go. Come on,
I don't know which one it's gonna be.
I gotta look it up back there.
Okay.
that's one
All I know is I couldn't put them on hold fast.
That's 20 years.
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar are like, oh my god, John, he's so
Now, I will tell you,
I use that all the time.
if it's like Dumb and Dumber, I couldn't tell.
No, I hate Dumb and Dumber. John, I hate Dumb and Dumber. This is like where it's.
I love Dumb and Dumber. But my dad really liked this one.
It's on the edge,
As
but
soon as he started making that noise, I wanted to throw a brick through the television.
There's a noise on it.
Yes.
So that's why I was watching. I was the guy like, when I came when I was
oh my god! And then they've got the guy from Law and Order. Oh, the really hung guy from Law and Order. What is his name? Stabler. The really hung guy from Law and Order.
It got on my nerves big time.
Yeah, the really hung
Coming to
guy.
America, awesome.
I can't remember the actual name right now. Like, he is freaking.
Twins was good.
Yeah, movie.
Galaxy Quest, I loved.
Stabler.
Yeah, no, I think the guy with the big.
Yeah.
My Girl, dude, Katie. My Girl, absolutely brutal. M. Rob, really enjoyed every year. It's a great group of people. M. Rob, I cannot thank you, man. That's 2 guys, 2 people coming in hard, supporting the page. Another moderator joining. There you go, Rob. Now standard moderator on the channel. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We do this weird thing where we can go live when I'm working, even when it's busy. And I may not be front and center on screen, but I don't need to be. You guys, there's 110 in this room, and half of you guys know each other, AOL chat room style. I mean, I literally joke about this being an 80s era AOL chat room. You're fine, Avery Donkey. Don't you worry about it. There's mods in here that'll take care of you. Trading Places, Jamie Lee Curtis. Dude, that's one of the greatest, most worn out moments on pause and rewind on a VHS ever. Right up there with Fast Times at Ridgemont High, if you know, you know. The free internet, AOL. Actually, it cost us money, but remember they would send the CDs to our house, the discs? And we'd pop. I was actually an AOL beta tester. How's that for a flex? So when all of y'all were on AOL version 5.0, I was on 7.
But the only other thing that I ever did is one season of True Blood on order.
Rob, I hope you're still on, man. I did not notice your gift until afterwards. I really want you to know how much I appreciate it. Howard the Duck, bestiality at its best. Y'all see Avery Donkey trying his level best to get your attention. The Fog, the original, was really good.
He was in a cell and like the female chat.
But guys, you make it possible for me to be able to do the things that I'm doing. Like I will be making content this weekend from Greenville, South Carolina Comic Con. If anyone's watching this either live or in replay and you're anywhere near Greenville, South Carolina, I'll be there Saturday and Sunday, pretty much open to close. Come check it out. Come find me. Come say hey. Come take a picture.
Come on down.
Let's chat. Let's go on live together. Let's do what we can. Nathan, you nailed it. It's just us supporting each other. Mexican beer coming your way, Eduardo. What do you want, man? I got some Modelo. I've got Dos Equis, Pacifico. We also have Dos Equis Amber.
Yeah,
Corona Light. I'm trying to hit as many of these conventions as possible. And the cool thing is when people donate to the page, what bar am I at? Hickory Tavern in Indian Land, South Carolina. When people donate to the page, it makes it possible for me to take time away from work and do the things I do. I like Jaws a lot more. Once I actually had a class in college called Airport Novels, and we had to read Peter Benchley's Jaws, the actual book. And reading the book made me appreciate it a lot more. But I want to do a lot more of these conventions and get to a place where we can meet. Going to Dallas, I'm actually going to be meeting up with another Gen X creator. So we're going to be there together, Gina Scott Williams. So we'll be doing a lot more of those, and I appreciate you guys making it possible. I was born in Rochester, New York, moved here to the Charlotte area about 9 years ago. Series or movie? Oh, okay, it's somebody else. Hogan's Heroes, I've said, from Rock Hill, not far from me at all. Hogan's Heroes, I just think is hilarious. I think it's just the concept. I always pretend that somebody would pitch that show today and laugh my ass off. That it's a funny show about a prisoner of war camp in World War II with friendly, funny Nazis. It just wouldn't happen today. Randy, need another Miller Lite, sir? Yes, I do. Right round like a record, baby.
Speaking of Nazis. So Chuck Norris was born May 6th, 1945.
Was he really? He's that old?
Yeah, he's that old. You know what happened the next day? The Nazis surrendered.
Oh, there you go. Chuck Norris made the Nazis surrender. Because he's Chuck Norris.
He really did.
I made a comment at our most recent review mirror that Patrick Swayze is more Chuck Norris than Chuck Norris.
Ooh.
Dalton in Roadhouse is about as tough as it gets. Animal House. Chuck Norris built a hospital he was born in.
I
can watch all that.
bought most of the movies on Amazon. like, I actually also like they're not streaming, so like, you can log in, I'll just log out. Yeah, like, it's one of those things like, if you hit it right around the holidays, it's like, you recommend.
But yeah, there's over like 200 of you guys that have joined the page. So that means 99 cents or $1.99 a month or something small like that. And I'm starting to put out more content that's just for subscribers that have joined. I don't like doing it because I don't want to leave anybody out. But I also want to appreciate those that are doing that. So it's a tough balance. I'll take Chuck Norris over Steven Seagal. I would agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
The Rook one. Love this channel. Your videos take me back in time. Kick the can, Jarts, Bottle Rocket Wars, Drinking from the Hose. All of that, guys. All of it. $5 to get timed out, please. Throw $5 at me. I'll time you out. Mop Man, what's going on, buddy? Chuck is real Seagal, construct for movies. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Well, do you take Chuck or Charles Bronson?
I'll still take Chuck over Charles Bronson.
I mean, Charles Bronson was...
No, badass, without a doubt.
Manly.
Without a doubt. Longest yard, no. Thank you, Kristen. Best mods in the business. Back over 100 in here. Chuck Norris doesn't have a chin, he just has another fist.
That's right. So the fist in the beard.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
But look it up. It may sound crazy, but he was born May 6th, 45. And the Nazis surrendered May 7th, 45.
That is probably short of Two-Face, right? That's probably short of Two-Face, right?
I did not realize that, is it?
Look at the, like, I'm telling you.
Oh, the insurance commercial?
Glad,
Yeah, probably
Stacy.
sure.
Totally love it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
We have a good
probably
time.
I'm pretty sure that's
Lives are probably my favorite part of this.
We got 100 in the room right now. We got to keep going.
Yeah, 105.
Nice. It's 10:30. You know where your Gen Xer is.
Now it was 10 o'clock for you in New York?
It's 10 o'clock for us.
So in Buffalo it was 11. Where you guys were, what did the commercials say? So those of us in Western New York, because our nightly news came on at 11 o'clock, the commercial was, it's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? A lot of you guys only had till 10 p.m. to have your parents find you.
Jesus, man, 11 p.m., bro. It's almost
Chuck
midnight.
Norris
What are you
came to
still-
Corpus Christi Comic-Con this past summer. Oh, very cool. I'm hoping to see him at one of these. How would I remake Cheers? I probably wouldn't, but if I did, it is a fact that we just talked today about the fact that Woody Harrelson is older today than the actor who played Coach was when Cheers came on. Shout out to Outer Banks. What's going on, Cooper? So yeah, the one thing, if I was forced to remake Cheers, Woody Harrelson would be the new Coach.
Without a doubt.
I wouldn't do it as a remake. I would do it as a visit back again. You could bring back Ted Danson. Woody Harrelson now comes back. He's kind of in the role of Coach and brings some younger people into it.
Woody's owns the bar and calls it Woody's.
Woody can never own the bar. Sam
Woody's.
owns the bar.
No, I'm saying, but it,
No,
like,
no. Woody still works there.
because you're gonna redo it.
No, you're not redoing it. It's not a
re-envisioning.
remake.
It's a re-envisioning.
It's just a sequel.
Okay.
It's like Frasier just came back.
So Sam owns the bar, but he's the
Sam
ball
still
player.
owns the bar, but Woody can be a partner.
We're still in Boston.
Still in Boston.
Okay.
Talk something like, you made a comment, and I was like, I commented back to him, and he was kind of going like, okay, like that's, I do.
Well, guys, you are flying by. I'm having a really... John was... Anyone ever asked me to do the Love Boat, Isaac the bartender, pistol move? No, but I think I need to do I think you nailed my next video. Short and Sassy, how are you? Woody got elected mayor of Boston. Yeah, because he was on city council. So we could follow his political career a little bit. Old school. When you say call you crazy, B. Arthur drove you nuts. How do you mean she drove you nuts?
Oh, the best way
like
possible.
like she bothered you?
Oh, no.
Or you found her so attractive somehow that she drove you nuts? Not that she's not a lovely woman, but
Thank you
I
for
need
being
clarification. Because Maud, I don't know. That's true, lady. We are the same age as the Golden Girls were. Dude, well written, really, really well written sitcom. I did not appreciate the Golden Girls in my formative years, but now I'm man enough to admit I think it's funny. It's 9:33 in New Orleans now. I had a guest from New Orleans at the bar today.
Love New Orleans, bro.
Snuff 1975. I don't know what that is. Carol Burnett Show and I Love Lucy. Two memories that are forever, and maybe Sonny and Cher, burned into my brain as memories with my mom. That was something my mom would put on, and my dad and us three boys had to shut up about it. That was what mom wanted to watch, and when those three things were on TV, we would sit on the floor, we would make sure the rabbit ears were adjusted appropriately, we would adjust the volume when asked, and we watched them. And to this day, if I hear the end song for Carol Burnett and see her tug her ear, it gives me goosebumps. Actually, Vicki Lawrence is going to be at South Carolina Comic Con this weekend, so hopefully I'll see
it was
her.
that one, right?
Yeah, I'll see her.
Nowlands.
Simpsons came from Carol Burnett. Actually, Kevin, Simpsons came from the Tracy Ullman Show.
Yes. So did Corky.
Yes. But I remember The Simpsons. Now, if you see The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman Show, far more basic cartooning.
Oh yeah, no, it looks nothing like I do now.
Thank you, Lola.
Know about us.
Original Columbo is your favorite? I like Columbo. I was a real little kid. Something I watched again with my parents.
But what's original Columbo? Like before?
Yes, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia was a Vicki Lawrence song. I'm kind of excited to see her. Liquid TV on MTV. I love that shit. I'm going to be there both days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm driving in on Saturday, so I might be a little late. I think it starts at 10 on Saturday. I'll probably be there around noon. But I'll be making interviews and just running all over the place. Hey, Record Hound, what's going on, brother? You out of here, honey? Bye.
Later.
Be safe getting home. So yeah, I'll be in Greenville both days. Sha-na-na, 7 p.m. I think it played for us on Sunday, if I'm remembering. You're welcome, Avery Donkey. That would be the mods, not me. What is my favorite drink to drink or to make? To make, any beer is fine. I've been bartending long enough that the easier it is, the better it is. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. I'm a vodka guy. Unless I'm doing shots, then it's Crown Royal.
You weren't lying about her losing a lot of weight. What's that? You weren't lying about her losing a lot of weight.
You know, and you don't understand. Like she looks like $1 million right now compared to what we talked about last year.
Yeah.
Like $1 million.
You bet. It's like overnight. I can't explain to him what she was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well, she's getting closer to it.
Her face looks so much older now.
Yeah.
In the age of life. So I mean, like I'm trying to tell him, I'm like,
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I can't imagine what she looked like 4 years ago.
Only the strong? Is that zoom, zoom, zoom?
Record Hound, happy birthday. Most avoidable show in America, Lawrence Welk. My mother loved that fucking show. I hated it so much, but if she knew it was on, we were watching Lawrence Welk. She liked watching the dresses and the dancing. I mean, Christians doesn't look bad. They match.
but I mean, I was saying something like, she's really, like, all this fucking deal.
Yeah.
So I never dressed her. We went home with the, oh, no, that was like, I forgot about that. I couldn't remember that. I think it was Freedom Day or something. What was it? Yeah, yeah, obviously, baby. I lost that. That's a good. No, that's a very good story. Yeah. What's out there doing cash?
Doing my level best to keep up with you guys. But probably shutting down soon. WKRP in Cincinnati, best Thanksgiving episode of any show ever. Kids created to do housework and hold the rabbit ears. Sounds about right, Carmen. Bloody Mary, Katie, extra spicy or just normal? Moonlighting was so well written. Dude, for a generation of kids that were outside constantly, my daughters asked me, how'd you watch so much television if you were outside all the time? I'm like, because summers were all about reruns. It was, society got together and said, let's let these kids be outside all summer long. And that's why reruns existed, to make sure we weren't inside watching TV.
Right.
It literally, now there's like seasons, there's no such thing as a season anymore.
No.
There's new things coming out all the time. For us, summer was all reruns, so there was no reason for us to be inside watching television.
Well, you gotta figure
unless it was to watch the thing you couldn't watch, like Chips.
Yeah.
At one point played up against Dukes of Hazzard.
Right.
So you had to
You had
pick
to
which
pick.
one you
You
were
had
going
to
to
pick,
watch.
right.
But then on the rerun season, if you were inside, you're like, ooh, good, now I can watch the thing that I missed.
Right.
Movies, reruns, exactly. I mean, it just, so we watched a lot of television. When people say Gen Xers were always outside, dude, we were the boob tube, idiot tube generation. We watched a lot of television.
Yeah, but we're outside a lot. Too.
And we were outside a lot. It was both. I say it all the time. We are such a contradiction in terms.
Yeah, bro, there's rainy days, man.
Yeah, there's rainy days, there's
The
sick
sun
days.
doesn't shine. The sun doesn't shine every day.
I remember when I was a kid, I was outside so much. But
Oh, Harley Quinn, exactly. 5 year redemption or whatever
I
that.
lived outside.
They could be
I
5 years
watched-
between seasons. Shazam was awesome. Heart to Heart.
But see, the thing is, a lot of stuff that people know now that it's pop culture
Yeah.
is new when we were
Right,
kids.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
No,
So we
and
saw it around top.
if people want to know just how much television we watched, all I have to say is don't squeeze the Charmin. Palm olive, you're soaking in it. Time to make the donuts. Where's the beef? Ancient Chinese secret. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. We not only watched the commercials got ingrained in our heads. I mean, you sunk my battleship. I can go all day long. What goes downstairs, the loner in Paris, it makes a sticking sound. It's Chico and the Man, awesome. It can't be better than that. A generation that can be nostalgic about commercials. That's pretty cool. The only way kids today will be like that is if they think that an Ozempic commercial is going to be nostalgic. The best they've got is Pharma.
No, there is no commercial.
There is none.
There is none.
But I will put up last call at the bar, guys. I do have to shut it down.
Remember that like, there was like, I think I said this before, but there was even a Maxwell House folders. Mm-hmm. And seeing the commercials where it was like laying on the woman, you know, you saw with her hands, without their.
And they talked over it, right?
talked, yeah, but
And she would like smack me once in a while.
There was actually it was on butter commercial series.
Parquet. Oh, wait. Okay, I can't believe it's not
There was
butter.
a Folgers and a Maxwell commercial, and it was on butter. When the butter thing, I think, was a Hanes. They smacked each other.
I remember that.
But the Folgers,
Sure.
Maxwell said it was actually like this voiceover. It was like a little, like a smoke opera type thing.
I'm almost positive that I'm almost positive the voice in one of those commercials was the voice for the dad in Rugrats.
What?
The dad from Rugrats, Stu Pickles.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost positive the voice in one of those commercials is the same guy with the voice of the dad in Rugrats.
Because I mean, they called the commercial, they had like new ones, so like you never watch it. It was like a series of like what was it, what we're gonna do or something like that. So they had interesting ways of doing advertising like that. Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know. I remember my mom used to like that stuff. Like, my mom like we were like every day tonight, like so when those big commercials coming out like Thursday, you know, she's like, oh, we gotta watch TV because it's like one of those big commercials.
Well, and then commercials became part of our lexicon, our vernacular, things we said. I remember my mom would she wake us up in the morning and be like, "Come on, it's time to make the donuts."
Yeah.
Or if we lied or something, say it's not nice to fool Mother Nature, which is a butter commercial. She would just be quoting commercials all the time to us. Calgon, take me away.
Oh yeah.
Chuck wagon dog food. Kristen, I actually asked my parents for Christmas one year for a Chuck wagon dog food toy. I thought it was a real toy. I thought it was an electronic remote control Chuck wagon. That's how stupid I was. Time is it, man?
10:45. Last call.
Yep. Yeah, y'all need to settle up your virtual tabs if you have them. Wonderbug was a Croft Super Show. I love that. Right up there with Bigfoot, Wild Boy, and Electro Woman, and Dyna Girl, and a bunch of stuff. Boogaloos.
The butter course is like Christmas Cross, or I don't know if it's on TV, it's on butter or Christmas Cross. I'm trying to think, there's a butter course, so it could be Christmas Cross or it could be, I think it's not butter.
I mean,
It doesn't matter, I was bad.
The only commercials I remember with butter was, I can't believe it's not butter. I remember Parquet, it was like butter, Parquet, butter,
Yeah,
butter,
yeah.
Parquet. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature with the margarine, not butter commercial.
we had Land O'Lakes.
Land O'Lakes. Land O'Lakes, I just remember the refrigerator full of leftovers in every single one of those containers.
Yeah, that's all it was. Land O'Lakes in the 90s even had a jingle.
I guess it's Fabio's and that, it's not butter.
Yes. So that means it's country crock probably.
Yeah,
Country crock with the two hands.
Chef's Press, remember that?
I do remember that.
And there's so many things that I remember were always on TV for commercials that just disappeared, but I wonder if they're still in the store. Like, we still have Advil and Tylenol, but it seems like as far as painkillers go, there's not as many as there used to be. Like, everything is Advil, Tylenol, maybe there's like a Naxaprin one too. But like Anacin was huge when I was a kid. Every fourth commercial was somebody with arthritis claiming that Anacin was basically saving their lives. And I've not seen an Anacin commercial in like 30 years. Nuprin, yep, little yellow different.
Surfactants actin.
But like, is Anacin still there? Like, if I go to the store, will I see it there? Do y'all remember Anacin? I mean, it was literally like the person not able to open the... The funny thing is, one of the commercials showed the person trying to open the pill jar, and they couldn't because their arthritis prevented them from opening the jar that would have helped their arthritis.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So take it before you eat it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so.
Country crock. Surfactants and actins.
Go ahead.
Huh? Size matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom!
There's also not nearly as many candy commercials as there used to be.
Oh no.
King's bad.
But I mean, still, candy was always bad. But when we were kids, York peppermint patty, taste the sensation. Those were some of the best commercials. People getting their peanut butter stuck in my chocolate. You've literally got a woman walking down the street carrying a tub of peanut butter and eating it with her fingers. And we didn't think there was anything weird about that.
Normal day in San Diego.
But like Reese's commercials were big, M&M commercials. How many? Still a little bit, but I
Honestly,
mean, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? They still show that commercial.
Yeah.
But there were a lot more candy commercials with us than there are today. And
You know, last Christmas there wasn't a single Hershey's Kiss commercial?
yeah, there was. I saw it.
Yeah.
The Bell one, the ding ding. I saw that one.
I never saw it.
It's been the same commercials since like '94 though.
Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Now cereal commercials, we don't see many of that anymore
No,
either.
there is no cereal.
They were huge during Saturday morning cartoons.
We had everybody there.
I haven't seen a Tony the Tiger commercial in 20 years.
I don't watch TV enough to like know everything.
Maybe that's got to be it. Young people aren't
But
watching
there's
TV.
there's
so
no cable like that.
Yeah.
It's not. You stream now. You don't have the cable the same way anymore. There's commercials behind around. Look, so down.
Do you know that Ronald McDonald has not been seen in a McDonald's commercial since 2016?
He's scary. I don't
It's
like
missing.
People
What's
don't
that?
like clowns anymore.
Well, they said that he disappeared during like the whole thing when clowns were just showing up in people's
Yes,
yards.
I remember that.
That's when they got. That's when now they still have the Ronald McDonald House, I think. So they
Yes.
haven't changed the name of that.
What's on the door? Yeah.
Ronald McDonald House is places at or near hospitals where people that have sick, they have a place you can stay so you can be. So
The charity.
when my daughter was premature, so she was in the NICU for almost 80 days. We lived close enough that we could drive, but they offered us, they're like, if you need to be here, you can stay at the, I'm like, no, we're good. That's cool. But yeah, Ronald McDonald's got the during that clown scare thing.
That kind of thing was kind of crazy.
Stop it, Pit Snipe.
By many.
Monster cereals still come back every Halloween, I think.
Yeah, you see them at Aldi's and all that. The blueberries.
But
and-
only during Halloween.
Yeah, blueberry. Oh, Frankenberry. Sorry, Frankenberry, Count Chocula.
McDonald's Playhouse. Oh yeah, McDonald's is sad now compared to how colorful it was. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to shut it down. We did about 2 hours. In that 2 hours, we got a ridiculous amount of likes. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. Thank you for the comments. Over I think 843 comments. Collected over $120 in donations. I cannot thank you guys enough. A lot of that in 2 large chunks. Thank you. If you guys are joining, work's quiet tonight, Pit. Every little bit is something I appreciate. Just coming on and chatting, just coming on and being here, sharing the page, sharing the posts, liking them. All of that helps keep it on.
Growing
Helps
the
keep it
community.
going. If you haven't already, check out my website. It's genxjono.com. There'll be a calendar there saying where I'm going to be at any given moment, links to merch and all that good stuff. I'm doing well, Patrick. Thank you. Might go live again tomorrow night, depending on how busy or slow things are here. Otherwise, come join us Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, Captain Jack.
Next week, there'll be plenty of live.
For the, And if you're around the South Carolina area and have any interest at all, it's fairly inexpensive. I think it's $20 or $30 a ticket. Jump on to the South Carolina Comic-Con in Greenville, South Carolina, and maybe see you there. Otherwise, peace. Be good, and appreciate all y'all. See ya.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Here's what I'm talking.